You have seen a lot of videos, the reasons why you want to study here in Canada. Actually, I made a video one here, but not a lot of people are talking about the hard truth of studying here.
Yeah, so if you want to learn some reasons why not to study here, then just keep on watching.
Hi, my name is Coach MC and I'm with Felix today, and we are SP Planner, Study Live Explore Canada, and our mission is to help you aspiring international students with an easy and actionable guide towards your Canadian dream. So if you're with me, make sure that you smash that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe.
So while you've probably seen many videos about why you should study in Canada, this video will talk about reasons not to study in Canada. It's important to look at the pros and cons so that you can make a good decision.
Yeah, so in this video, we'll give you 4 reasons why not to study in Canada. So reason number 1, if you're not okay to pay more than the domestic students. So most international students in Canada, not just here, but also in other countries, if you're gonna study abroad, you pay more than the domestic students. And here in Canada, you pay 3 or 4 times.
And it's pretty expensive if you compare it. So you have to know if you're okay with that.
Yeah, and I remember we're paying for about 10,000 Canadian dollars for a 1-year program, and compared with our classmates who are Canadian, they're only paying for about 3,000 Canadian dollars for the whole year. But what do you think about that? Do you agree that domestic and international students should pay the same rate? Because there is a rally going on right now protesting about that. But what's your take on that?
Okay. I think there are reasons why international students should pay more than domestic students, but I don't think 3 times as much is justified. That's a lot.
But if you don't want it, Canada is not forcing you to do so, right? It's just not okay, like after submitting your study permit, your study plan, and then once you arrive, that's the time you're gonna complain, you know? So yeah, let's move on to our point number 2.
So the second point is the cost of living. When you study in Canada, you also have to consider your living expenses, such as rent, groceries, utilities, your car, or anything else that you need, transportation. And it's quite expensive here, and we also had a lot of inflation, just like other parts of the world. So you have to look at that as well.
Yeah, don't think like, oh, I'm in Canada, I'm earning in Canadian dollars. You're also, don't forget, spending in Canadian dollars. So I remember when we were still studying way back in 2018, 2019, we're only spending for about 75 Canadian dollars for 1 week groceries. This time around, it's not applicable anymore because we're spending for about 200 Canadian dollars for 1 week groceries. So keep in mind that it's going to be expensive living here in Canada. So you have to be really prepared financially. So not just like paying the tuition fee, also living here, it's also expensive. So becoming international students, it is important that you are financially prepared. Now our reason number 3 is studying in English.
Yeah, so Canada is bilingual, French and English, and you can either study in English or in French if you study in Quebec. So if you're not comfortable studying in English, and if you don't want to speak English after school, then don't study in Canada.
Yeah, because what I notice with the students that I'm getting, I always advise the student to do not be afraid to take the IELTS academic or even Duolingo examination. Because once you're here in Canada, there is reason behind that why they want you to take the English examination, because they want to make sure that you can really communicate, because once you're here, everything has to be in English. You have to talk to your teacher, your classmates, do your assignments, your projects, and do your research papers. It's gonna be difficult for you to pass the course or the program if you don't know how to speak in English. If you don't want to learn it, then probably Canada is not for you. What do you think?
Yeah, or French.
Our reason number 4 is about you working in Canada instead of studying. If your main goal is to work, then don't come here as a student. Just come here as a worker.
Yeah, many students just study here to work and immigrate later. I know it's many cases easier just to study first and get a study permit, but if you can, you should try to get a work permit right away. You're going to save a lot of money and a lot of hassle.
Yeah, but then it's not easy to get a work permit,
It's not easy, no, but you should try first.
Yeah, if that's your main goal. Because once you come here, you cannot really pay your tuition fee out of your part-time jobs. That's impossible unless you have your spouse helping you to pay your tuition fee. But if you are only relying on your part-time jobs, then it's not possible. I mean, right now, for those students who are allowed to work more than 20 hours, that is possible. If you want to know more about that, I made a video about the working limit, but as a normal working limit, like 20 hours a week, it's not really possible to pay your tuition fee.
As you might have noticed, most of the points that we mentioned today are all about finances, because studying and living in Canada is pretty expensive. So if you are having second doubts whether you can afford it, then just double check it, calculate it, and make sure that you really can, and then make your decision whether you want to study here or not.
Yeah, if you're not sure about how much money I should prepare for me to study here in Canada, I made a video specifically discussing about proof of funds. Please watch this next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe and also visit our website, studylivexploreca.com, if you need guide or a mentor to guide you throughout the process. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.